Hi, everybody. It is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be more of a personal video. It's not something that I've delved into a whole lot on the channel, um, other than maybe one video like way back in the beginning. And that is about my journey as a writer and what writing means to me. When I originally started this channel, I wanted it to be kind of a hybrid to talk about my writing journey as well as like my reading journey, just my love of books in general. But it turned more into a reading channel because I started getting more and more conflicted on what to share about my writing journey. Because as of right now, I am unpublished, but I work very hard, and I didn't feel like I was in a place to give writing advice being unpublished. So that's kind of why that disappeared from the channel. And I still feel that to a certain degree, but my writing journey is so important to me. It is a very big part of my life, and I want to share that. I want to document my journey still. I mean, that was my original goal, and I still feel that way. So I feel like what I have come up with as a compromise is to simply talk about my personal journey, what I am doing, and rather than try to tell other people what to do, at least until I have that credit under my belts, just so I have a record of what is going on going forward, because I do feel very close. And I'm getting so excited because this is something that I have worked for so long. So let's go back into my writing journey. How long have I been writing? Basically my entire life. I remember writing short stories and poems and stuff in school, like as early as second, third grade in some circumstances. But I didn't let anybody other than my teachers start to read my stuff until probably junior high. And then my friends couldn't get enough of it. Like they would just snap up my pages at lunchtime and like in between classes and read it. Like they were just so stoked for my stories and my writing. And it made me start thinking like, hey, this isn't just a hobby. I'm really good at this. People like it. And I started thinking more and more about becoming a writer. But at that point in time, I didn't recognize that that was what I was feeling. I knew that I enjoyed writing. I knew that I was good at it. I knew people liked my writing. But I had a lot of self-confidence issues at that age because I had some personal family stuff. I had a very hard childhood, and it kind of killed my spirit in a lot of ways. So I didn't feel like I was worthy to do something like that, or I didn't really feel like I was good enough. And please don't feel that way. If you were in a similar situation, follow your dreams. Do what makes you happy. Don't do what I did and wait so long to do something that you love. But that was where my head was at the time. And I always just saw it as a hobby. And that just proved more and more true the older that I got. I still wrote here and there, but I wasn't doing anything consistent. When I got older and I started working, and I was working more and more and more, and I didn't have time, and eventually I stopped writing. I even stopped reading as much as I wanted to. I still read when I could, but I didn't have a lot of free time, and it wasn't as much as I would have liked. So then the incident happened, and this goes into something very personal that I don't typically talk about in a public setting, and I'm not going to talk about it too deeply, but it is significant to where I am now, so I am going to talk about it a little bit. So back at the end of 2015, I started to get really sick, and it was very, very terrifying. I was in and out of the hospital constantly. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I was in extreme pain. I was depressed. Um, and I wasn't getting adequate medical care because they couldn't find what was wrong. I lived in a different state at the time. They couldn't figure out what was wrong, and they kind of dismissed me. It's like they would admit me, they'd get me stabilized, and then they would just turn me right out the door again. But nobody seemed to be bothered to get down to what the actual problem was and figure it out. So that led to me being in and out of the hospital basically every other week. And it was exhausting and it was frustrating. And so I ended up moving out of state to try to get better medical care, which I did. Thank God I did. And I moved to the state that I am in now and got diagnosed within a few months. So I figured out what was wrong with me. I've undergone several surgeries since then. I'm not in the hospital as frequently as I was because we kind of got it somewhat stabilized. But my life is forever changed by it. And I can't hold down a traditional job, unfortunately, which sucks. But that led me to have a lot more free time than I was used to having. And I did not know what to do with myself at first because I was so used to working so much, and now I have all this free time. And I've never been a person that really watches a lot of movies and TV. I do, but I don't sit there and binge it and binge it and binge it, and so there was only so much of that I could handle, and I was bored. But my love for books never went away. I started reading more. I was really diving back into my books and really enjoying it. And then I started getting all these story ideas again, just like when I was younger. And I started writing again. I started writing a draft of a book that came to me after having a very intense dream. And I don't know what was up with that dream, but it reignited a spark. So this story is about a reporter who gets assigned to a cold missing persons case after a car is pulled out of a lake, and there are no occupants inside, and she ends up being able to link it to a 16-year-old missing persons case. And this story just really, really resonated with me, and I became so invested, and I was writing nonstop, and I felt happier. And it brought all of this stuff back to the surface. It's not something that I would publish, I don't think. I was considering it for a while. But it was more of a passion project. I feel like this was more therapeutic than anything. And it's like I put it through rounds of CPs. I did it through betas. Like, people have read it and people enjoyed it. But this one was more of a passion project for me, and it was my first project writing after a very, very long break. So I had a lot to learn from this one. But then I started writing another one, and this is the one that I told myself, this is it. This is the one. And it very, very, and it is very, very loosely related to events from my childhood of a particular house that I lived in, and of a house that my best friend lived in. We both lived in an old area of town, and the houses were old. And yes, this is a haunted house story. But it is greatly experienced by things that she and I both went through, and sometimes together, sometimes separately. It's very much a piece of fiction. Let's get that outright. It's not an autobiography, but it sparked the interest for this project. And I'm telling you, I struggled with that one because I had never done anything like that before. I was stepping out of my comfort zone with it. And there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears going into that one. There were a lot of times when I thought about giving up altogether. And I kept pushing through because this story just kept speaking to me. And it had so many layers and it was so intriguing. And it's like when I put it out into the CP world, like I got a lot of positive feedback on it. And it started to really resonate with me that this is what I am meant to be doing. And maybe if you believe in everything happens for a reason, maybe this is why I had to get sick, to recognize what I needed to be doing. And it's kind of morbid to think of it that way, but I really think that it was a guiding thing, because this is where my true talent is. This is my passion. And this story is very personal to me, and I'm very proud of it. Right now, I am in the query trenches, and I really, really want to push this one forward. I am considering self-publishing if I cannot get it traditionally published, because I believe in it that strongly. This is such a passion project to me, and writing has gotten me through some very, very rough parts of my life. And I think any writer knows that you can escape your situation sometimes with it. And this is what's happened with me. And I'm really, really hoping that this goes somewhere, because I am very proud of it and I am excited. And this is something that I really, really want. And I can't wait to go along on this journey with you guys. I'm a little nervous to put this up because it's hard to be so raw and real when you're used to being so private. But I felt like I could talk to you guys about it. And I hope that you will support me on my journey. And if any of you out there need a CP partner, or you need a beta reader, or just need a cheerleader for your own writing, feel free to reach out to me because I know what it's like, and I would be happy to help you on your journey as well. Thank you so much for watching. That's all that I have for you guys today. If you liked this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, follow me on the social medias, click that bell if you want to be notified of all of my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.